The ancient historian Livy tells us that in the 7th century BC, the cities of Rome and Alba Longa were in conflict, but were also threatened by a third group, the Etruscans. The Romans and Albans faced off for battle, but if their armies fought, even the victorious side would suffer losses and be no match for the Etruscans. They agreed that 3 brothers from each side would fight to the death to decide the battle. Publius Horatius was one of the 3 brothers fighting for Rome. His 2 brothers were slain, but all 3 Albans were wounded. Horatius remained unharmed. He ran from the 3 and they followed, but at different paces due to their injuries. Horatius suddenly turned and he could fight them one by one. He won the battle, and therefore the war, and returned to Rome in glory. There he saw his sister Horatia, who had been betrothed to one of the Alban fighters. She saw that her fiancé was dead and was grief-stricken. Horatius was enraged that she was grieving instead of celebrating his success, so he ran his sword through her and killed her. He was brought to trial for treason as a result of his crime and was sentenced to death by the 2 magistrates. Livy says, translated, "The dreadful language of the law was, 'The magistrates shall judge cases of treason. If the accused appeal from the magistrates, the appeal shall be heard. If their sentence be confirmed, the bailiff shall hang him by a rope on the fatal tree and shall scourge him either within or without the walls of Rome.'" Horatius appealed to the people, and his father spoke for him, reminding them that but for his gallantry, Rome would have been forced to submit to the Albans. He asked the people to spare at least one of his children, given that 2 of his sons and his daughter had died on the same day. Livy says, "They acquitted him because they admired his bravery, rather than because they regarded his cause as a just one." Unusually among the early characters of Roman legend, Horatio was complicated. His courage won victory for Rome, but his evil slew his sister. And while the historical connection is tenuous at best, to this day, criminal defendants can call for their crimes to be decided by the people. These days, we call them juries.